Hey, welcome back. Glad you're here. This is another one of my video journals, my dad's diaries, my letters to my kids. I want to say to my kids, I love you. I hope the best for you. And if there's any way I can share some words with you that are part of my story, which can help you make a better story for your life, so you can make choices to make a better tomorrow than my yesterday, I hope you can receive this and use this well. One of the big issues of life, one of the big issues of a marriage is how we think about, how we value, and how we manage our money. So I want to say a few things about that. First of all, money itself is not evil. Money itself is not a good thing. It's simply a tool. And just like you think of any contractor with a set of tools, that same tool can be used to build something. It can be used to tear it down. Money can be used well to build up a good situation. It can also be used in other ways to make bad choices and waste time and waste life and so on. Thousands of examples about that. However, money itself is simply a tool that we are responsible to manage well, to use, to help each other have a good, healthy life balance and a healthy future. So please, don't waste a moment thinking that, oh, it's the money's fault, or oh, it's someone else's fault. It is our responsibility to personally think of how we manage our money. Now, as we say that, that does mean how I manage my money personally, but also when you have a partner, when you have a spouse, you have to together discuss the issues of how to manage money. What are your priorities? What are you going to spend it on? What are you going to save for? And do that together. So very, very important that you have this discussion together with your spouse so that you are in agreement and there's no surprises. And that will be a story that does not need to be told. Those who know will know, but I do need to say in a few ways that money itself is a great tool that we use to take care of ourselves, our family, plan for our future, prepare for better things, prepare for enjoying vacations and enjoying gifts and the blessing of giving. But it must first be planned on and managed well so that we can enjoy it as best we can. There's a few practical tips to this, and I'm not going to try and sell you anything here. Call me later if you want to buy something, but I'm not here to sell you anything. I do recommend, there's many resources out there for you to read for yourself and educate yourself on these practical tips. Of course, we've all talked about Dave Ramsey in the past, and he has many resources that are straightforward and simple to follow, which I recommend that you read over and practice. If it works for you, great. With Dave Ramsey, I'd be happy to discuss some of his practices and just discuss how that applies to each person differently. So feel free to call me and we'll talk about that at another appointment. But I want to just very strongly say, for an individual and especially very much for a married couple, for a person with a partner, it's important to have a plan with how you're going to manage money. That means on a regular basis, minimum once a year, sit down and discuss all the plans for what you want to do with money in the future. Have a reality check of how much that requires, how much you would have to save each month in order to save up for the vacation you want, how much you need to save each month to prepare for other gifts or school costs or whatever your plans are. But have this discussion at least every year together with your partner. And if this does not happen, it only leads to surprises. stress, frustration, and all the other subtle things that cause a damage to the marriage. So please, I can't say this enough, have the conversation, listen to each other, take time, and just talk it all through. What are your plans for how you want to manage your money? In practical terms, that means writing out a short-term budget for how the required expenses go for each month, but also writing out a annual budget for saving for vacation and gifts and just other travel things that come up, or surprises, and whatever it happens, whatever your discussion leads you to. So please, I can't repeat this enough. Very, very important. On an annual basis, have a big discussion, share all your ideas of what you want. Be aware of the reality of how much that costs, how much to save each month, what to do to prepare for it, and then agree together to make it happen. If this discussion does not happen, there'll be surprises, there'll be confusion, there'll be hurt, there'll be frustration, and all those feelings leads to a damaged marriage. So please, I won't say any more to point any fingers. All finger pointing refers to blaming someone else, when all blame in a marriage is shared and an equal responsibility to make things happen. So there's no blame. There's simply the passionate cry to say, please take time, talk about your plans, talk about how you can make it work, and please do the best you can with what you have. Enjoy your life regardless of what you might have money for. Enjoy the moments you have together. Enjoy just time spent doing things that cost no money. There's a lot of good things you can do together with your partner that do not cost any money. So please enjoy all those. Enjoy time taking a walk in the park, which costs no money. Enjoy gifts for each other of service. Enjoy gifts to each other of your time, which does not cost any money. Make the best of what you have, and please, I just, again, with all my passion of knowing what I should have done differently years ago, and back to that introductory principle, if I knew back then what I know now, things would have been different. And yes, I wish in the past there had been regular conversation about what plans were, what was important with spending money on, and what we would actually be able to follow through and do. So that's my confession. It's my plea to you not to repeat that mistake. And I do hope the best for you. I hope you communicate very well with your spouse. I hope you listen to your spouse. And I hope your spouse expresses themselves openly and honestly, so that a good discussion takes place and there's agreement on what you're going to do, how you'll manage your money. Forgive me for repeating myself in this message. It's one of those things I have said before, I'll say again. I wish there was better communication on the basic topics of keeping the budget going. It would have prevented a lot of problems, but time has passed. Time is the one thing we'll never get back. And I do hope my pleas to you right now will help you prevent some tough choices in your future. I hope the best for you. I love you, and I want you to make great decisions for your future. Make your tomorrow better than my yesterday. Thank you.